Hello and welcome to Lesson 2 of Unit 2, Introduction to HTML. As you might be reading right now, if you started reading at all, the question of the day is how can we tell the computer both what to put in the web page and how to organize it? It's a very good question. And the answer is, in one case, and there's actually more answers, but you're going to be working with HTML, or Hypertext Markup Language, a language used to create websites. We got to tell the computer what to do, and the way to do that is through a language. Some use JavaScript, some use Python. There's actually several scores of languages for computers. You're going to be learning HTML. You're going to learn what an element is, a piece of a website marked by a start tag and often closed by an end tag. Also, a tag, a special set of characters that indicates the start and end of an HTML element and that element's type. You and I, we have pauses between what we are saying, right? We have a pause. And when you have a pause, you're telling the person that you're talking with, you're done. Now, there are special ways to pause with HTML, and those are using tags. Also, website content. It's the text and images in your website. And then you have website structure, how the content of a website is organized. So those are your vocab words today. And you have code. You have paragraph tags, HTML tags, head tags, doc types, and you have body. Okay? And if you click on any of those at any point in time, it will take you exactly to a description of what that tag is and how to use it and so forth. So I would strongly suggest you use those if you ever have a question about what you're doing. All right, so let's continue on. So here is where you have WebLab. Follow the directions. You're going to see a lot of do this, do this, do it. It's plain and simple. Do it. Okay? So try typing something in the workspace. Well, let's type in the workspace then. Try typing something in the workspace. Press refresh and save to see it preview in the preview area. Boom. There you go. So what if I do no, I don't want to. But I wanted spaces. I wanted 2 lines down. Well, I haven't communicated in HTML yet, so it's not going to do what I want to do. But this is where you work, and this is where everything shows up. These are your pages, okay? These are your pages, and you click on each one of them, and you'll see something different. Because each page of your website is the big thing. It's like the book. And your web page are each of the pages you turn. You could have 6,000 pages in your website. You're just going to focus on 1 to 2. If you're really advanced, you might do 3 or 4 or 10. But so this is it. Add HTML. So this is where you add a page of actual to your site. Add CSS. We'll talk about CSS later. Add an image. This is how you upload an image, not to your website, but to the ability to put it in your website. And then version history, you can go back and start over, go back to previous edits and that sort of thing. We'll learn more about the inspector tool, and you already learned about refresh and save. If it's not showing up, refresh and save, man. All right, next, okay? This young lady knows her stuff. She was an intern, and in the future, you can be like her as well, or not be like her. Depends on what you want. So she talks a little bit about web pages. We talked about that already, and let's move on. All right. So once again, read up here the description. This is a web page written in HTML, the language of the web. You'll learn more about how it works, but first explore it by using the inspector tool. Okay, the inspector tool is this thing right down here. Click the tip, how to use the inspector tool. There's always going to be tips in this upper right-hand corner. How do I use it? And it gives you an instruction. Okay, read that and then do what the inspector tool says. I know how to use it. Okay, but I'll tell you this. If you click it on and you hover over the words on the web page, look what happens. It shows you where it is in the code. You should see it right here. I can go back and forth. Look, here's a paragraph. Hey, remember how earlier it wouldn't let me skip lines? It's letting me skip lines here. I wonder how you do that. Look at the code. Whoa, there's all these arrows. Remember, those are called tags. So follow the directions and keep up. Always do this. Okay, there's a little bit more on the HTML. Now it's intro to WebLab. She tells you a little bit about how to use WebLab. Now, here we go. When you start any WebLab project, it will automatically add doc type, HTML, head, and body tags to your project. When you add content to your projects, you'll need to do it between body and body. Everything goes between body and body. Did you hear that? Everything goes between body and body. 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 No, this isn't a broken record. This is because people will move stuff around. Don't move stuff around. Everything goes between body and body. Write 3 separate sentences about any topic you like inside the body tags of your web. Okay. I like tacos. I love my family so much. I am starting to love my dogs. Okay. See how I did separate and it all showed up like this. Hit refresh and save if you don't see the changes. Okay. I see the changes. Compare your work with a neighbor. Make sure you're placing the code in the same place. So, did I do it between body and body? Yes. Make sure everything's between body and body. Okay, now, the paragraph tags or paragraph start and end tags are placed around the text to indicate that it is part of a paragraph. Placing text between paragraph start and end tags lets the computer know that it should be treated differently, often just spacing it out from other text. Place the text you just wrote inside at least 2 separate paragraphs by surrounding it with P, okay? And P tags, surrounding it with P. Compare the results with the neighbor. What has changed about the way your text is displayed, okay? You should compare this to mine. Look at this. I'm going to do a P tag. Boop, boop, boop. Paragraph. Boop, 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 boop. Look at that. Now, this, look over here, is on a separate line. I wonder what happens if I do that again. So, open, P, close, open, slash P, close, open, P, close, open, slash P, close. Look at that. Now they're on separate lines. Isn't that nice? You just learned how. Now compare your results. Look, the slash is at the end. Is everything between body and body? Good. And you should have 3 separate lines as well. Finally, oh yeah, let me go back. So just so you know, number 7 is see how these are green shapes and this one's purple? Purple is an assessment to make sure that you are getting it right. I will check those to make sure you are getting it right and ask you to redo them if they are not. Does that make sense? Do it correctly and you won't be having to redo anything. Now, back to number 8. Intro to HTML. Fix the broken code. Do this. Fix the broken code. Ooh, debug. I don't know what that means. This simple web page has some issues which are preventing the content from being displayed correctly. Identify and fix the issues. This practice is also called debugging. Oh, and look, if I have questions, I can get them answered by clicking on these. 1, what is a paragraph element? 2, why does HTML seem to work better when it's even when it's broken? Okay, so it kind of works. It says fix the broken code so that the web page displays correctly. All right, how do I want this? What's the broken code? This sentence should be on its own. So should this one. So we need to make sure that these sentences are on their own. Go ahead and fix that. If you want to pause me, that's fine. Fix that though. All right, so this should have P, and this should have P. Something's not right. Oh, I forgot the slash. Now I'll click refresh and save, and it works. All right, so that's lesson 2 of unit 2. That's what you need to know, and happy coding, everyone.